today our lesson is going to be on netball shooting drills. From our previous lesson, we have learned few techniques, and today I'll be teaching you on one specific technique, which is stepping to the side. Stepping to the side technique comes after stepping back technique. And in stepping to the side technique, we have an organization which we should follow to begin this technique. So this technique is used when you're encountering a defender. So basically, you perform this particular technique when you encounter defender. Defender means people who are defending you from throwing the ball into the goal. One of the most important points in this technique is that you should take up your balance shooting position before stepping to the side, which means if your particular position is comfortable for you, in that you should step to the side. So that is one of the most important tips. Another tip is when I have projected in the next space where together with my student, showing that your landing foot and your non-landing foot. So I'll be talking about that in the next phase. Which foot should be lifted in the air and which foot should be moved to the side. So that is in the next phase, and then let's go to our ready position. The important part in this phase is that putting your feet in a comfortable forward facing position, not too far apart, which means that you are not putting both your feet far apart. When if you can see in the next phase, I'll be showing it with my students. So the next thing will be balance position with equal weight on both your feet and hips. It's because it's very important because you are going to throw the ball. So if you don't have a balanced weight on both your feet, the thing might mislead and you might fall off. So the position is very, very important in this phase.
Now my student, he will be placing his feet in a comfortable position and facing towards the goal post. There's always something that you should hold on to. Always remember to move your non-landing leg to the side, whereas your landing leg lifted in the air. He will be balancing his position with equal weight on both of his feet and hips.
Hold the netball with your dominant hand. Position it behind and under the ball and use your fingertips to cradle it softly. For a better control, ensure that the gap between your palm and the ball is minimal. Make sure that your fingers are relaxed as they hold the ball. If they are grasping too tight or too straight, your shot might be off. Steady the ball with your hand. Stabilizing it allows us to give a ball extra spin when you shoot. However, make sure that your second hand doesn't put extra much pressure on the ball because it throws off the shot. New players or young players, they may use their both hands in order to generate enough power to shoot, but keep in mind that it can actually increase the chance of shooting errors. While it's okay to start our shooting with two hands, practice using one hand. Using one hand to shoot, the other hand to steady the ball to ensure more accurate. So now is the time for you to stretch your arm over your head. You want to hold the ball high in order for you to get the accurate shot, so that you have to use your elbow near to your forehead and slightly flex. Make sure that you're facing the netball post as well. So have the goal in your view. Imagine a cone above the net and focus on the highest, most center point. That's where you want to aim the ball. The best shots fall through without actually touching the rim. So you want to keep the ball as centered as possible. Remember, all your focus should be on the hoop. So you do the best, ignore the distractions. It can be helped to line the edge of the ball up with the edge of the hoop before you take your shot.
The ball must be held by the dominant hand and eye above the head. Fingers point back and are slightly open. Ball sits in student's hand. For now, student's second hand is placed at the side of the ball to steady its position. Elbow slightly flexed, line in the direction of the post by the students.
Students, alright, so for the execution phase, we will focus on how you can conduct the shooting drill. First of all, the first thing you need to make sure is that your posture are correct, okay? The posture is important because your stance is very important in transferring power into your shots. And the power is generated primarily from your legs. meaning the spring of your knees as you bend them in preparation for the shot, then as you straighten them to propel the ball upwards toward the goal. Your body, including your feet, elbow, and wrist, should be facing in the direction of the goal. Okay, so once you have properly fixed your posture and your stance, the second step is to focus on the ring of the netball. So students must focus on the ring to give height to the shot. But since you don't have the safety net of a backboard in netball, it's beneficial to keep your eye on the back of the rim. That's why the reason why you need to do this is because it will allow you to control where you want the ball to go to. So the more focused you are when you want to shoot, you will be more successful in aiming and shooting the ball into the net. For the third step, students should enable power through the ankles by pushing up through slightly flexed knees. Meaning, before you let go of the ball, bend your elbow and your knees at the same time. Keep your elbow by your forehead and only move the top part of your arm. Straighten your elbow and your knees and then release the ball. And it is important that you bend your knees because before you release the ball, the power of the shot comes from your knees. And don't forget to keep your back straight as you release the ball. Also, for the third step, students should maintain a balanced position because if you don't maintain your balance, the ball will not go to the direction you were aiming it at. Therefore, this will result in the ball not going into the net and it will go into different directions. So make sure to always maintain your balance before and after you shoot the ball.
Shoot the ball. So first, you need to aim where you want to throw it in. Aim at the ring of the net, and then before you throw, make sure that you enable the power through the ankle while slightly bending your knee. Okay? So first, but then after you throw, you need to make sure that you maintain the balance. Like this. So students should enable power through the ankle, and you have to do it by slightly flexing your knee so then you have more power when you throw the ball. So like this. So okay, so now I'd like you to give it a try. So first, aim for the ring. No, and then with only one hand. Okay, can you try it again? But make sure to maintain your balance, alright? So first aim, and then bend your knee. Yes! Good job!
So the first technique of shooting a netball is to flick your wrist when you release the ball. The idea here is when you flick your wrist as you release the ball, you will create a spin. This spin is called backward spin. This spin will help you to improve the accuracy of your shot by supporting to maintain flight direction and decrease ball speed on impact with the goal. Therefore, it offers a better chance for the ball to go into the net or rebound off the goal ring and throw for a goal. The next technique is to follow through with your fingers as you release the ball. This is to ensure that the ball flies up high enough to go through the goal ring. Not using your fingers to follow through in shooting will cause you to fail in hitting the intended target. Your shot might hit the ring or worse, not even close to the goal ring. So be sure to remember to use your fingers when you release the ball. Last but not least, you will ultimately need to try and practice shooting to be able to get it correctly. Therefore, you should always remember and use what you have learned throughout the lesson to execute a proper netball shot. Only then will you be able to master a netball shot. As the saying goes, practice makes perfect. So keep on practicing and you will succeed.
For this step, you need to flick your wrist when you release the ball. Okay? Like this. Okay, flick the wrist. Flick the wrist. More time. Okay. First, to follow up the ball when you release it. Okay, you start. Use your fingers. Okay, very good. Okay, you need to try and aim without hitting the ring. Okay, try. Don't hit the ring. Okay, one more time. Dah.
Alright students, today we are going to learn shooting drills. Okay, this is the one of the technique in netballs. Okay, in these techniques, first of all, you must practice stepping on both legs. When you practice stepping on your both legs, you must maintain your body's balance. Alright, second one is sprint towards the post to receive a pass. The third one is second stage defender and ask among themselves to distract during this process. Okay, let's try the first technique. Come here. Okay, hold this ball, stepping on your both legs. Yes, exactly. Good job. Okay. And now, sprint towards the post to receive a pass. Okay. When I run to that position, you give me the ball. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is the second technique. Sprint towards the post to receive a pass. Okay. Give me back again. All right. Get it? Do you understand? Alright. The third technique is add second stage defender and ask among themselves to distract during the process. Okay, I'm a shooter and you are the yes, defender. Very good. Okay, you come here. Okay, you must distract me. Okay, when I try to aim to the goal post, you must distract me. Okay. Okay, let's try this. Okay, this is the third technique. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. At this position, you can shout or you can call any names just to distract my side. Do you understand? Alright, thank you.
Okay students, now I want you to divide yourself into pairs, and each pair I will provide you this checklist right here. So this is a shooting self-check checklist. I want each pair to check their partner's shooting style, and then you have to read the criteria and check was it successful or not. Okay? The first cooling down session is called neck stretch. Now for this one, student needs to straighten their body posture. After that, they need to tilt the head to the right for 10 seconds and to the left for 10 seconds. The second cooling down stretch is called shoulder stretch. Now for this one, student needs to hold their left arm with their right elbow crease. And student needs to hold this position for 10 seconds. Repeat on the opposite side. This stretch is called wrist stretch. Using the right hand, student needs to gently bend their wrist further until they feel mild moderate stretch in their left forearm. They need to hold this position for 10 seconds before repeating the same technique to the opposite hand.
Next, we will do the tricep stretch, where in this stretch, you need to bring your left arm to your back and use the right arm to support the left elbow. So, you need to hold this position for 10 seconds before moving on to the opposite of your arm. And next, we will do the standing quadricep stretch. You need to stand on your left leg and one knee touching the other. And you need to grab the right foot using your right hand and pull towards your hip. And you need to hold this position for 10 seconds before switching the stretch to another side of your leg. And for this one called butterfly stretch, where you need to sit on the floor and you need to prop with your soles of your feet pressing each other, and then you need to bring down your hip close to your foot, and you need to hold this position for like 10 seconds.
Students, to end our lesson today, let's do a short Q&A session. Tell me, what is the name of the technique that you have in today's lesson?
The technique that we have learned today in class was shooting drills in netballs.
Well done. Next question, how to hold the ball before you shoot the ball into the net?
I answered the question, coach. The ball should be held by the dominant hand high above the head. The finger points back and slightly open. The ball sits in the student's hand.
Very good answer. Following to the next question, Shamina, tell me, how do you shoot the ball into the net without foul?
How do we shoot the ball is first we need to aim the ball above the net and then make sure that we enable powers through our ankle and slightly bend our knees before we shoot the ball and maintain our balance so we don't fall.
Well done. Now, Atika, tell me, do you need to hold the ball high above your head or the same height as your chest?
You need to hold the ball above your head instead of against your chest, because you need to because when you want to shoot it, so it's above the head.
Well done. Okay, let me ask the last question for today's lesson. To shoot the ball into the net, what should you focus on to make sure it gets into the net without foul?
We must focus on our shots. The shots must be within the shooting circle and the ball must pass through the net from above for the goal to be awarded.
Well done, students. That's all for today. Thank you very much.